Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. A traffic stop at the corner of Jefferson and Jackson Streets at 8 p.m. Tuesday evening led to the arrest of 3 occupants of a 2005 Chevy Trailblazer. The driver of the vehicle showed signs of nervousness, and the passengers in the vehicle were known narcotics users, according to an arrest report by Hopkins County Sheriff's investigator Wade Sheets. During a search of the auto, a small metal cylinder was observed between the driver's seat and center console. Inside the cylinder was a small baggie containing a clear white substance believed to be methamphetamine. A further search of the vehicle revealed drug paraphernalia, including a hypodermic syringe and glass pipe commonly used to smoke meth. Arrested at the scene were the driver of the auto, Dwayne Newton Wilcox, age 22 of Sulphur Springs, Megan DeLeon Strawn, age 23 of Sulphur Springs, and one other passenger, a 40-year-old woman of Sulphur Springs. Wilcox is charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram in a drug-free zone, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He's being held on a $10,000 bond. Strawn is also charged with the same charges. She's being held on a $50,000 bond due to previous charges. The 40-year-old woman passenger was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a misdemeanor. Hopkins County Fire Chief Andy Inslee invites the public as the department welcomes their first new custom fire engine with a push-in ceremony. The event is Friday, July 21st at noon at Hopkins County Fire Station 20. The new fire truck is a 2017 Ferrara-built engine built specifically for Hopkins County Fire Department. In December of 2016, Hopkins County Commissioners Court commissioned the Louisiana-based company to build the truck before new price hikes were implemented. The truck has a 1,000-gallon onboard water capacity and a 20-gallon foam capacity and a 1250 pump. A truck of this size will allow normal firefighting operations for 7 to 10 minutes, allowing time for tanker trucks and other fire departments as needed to arrive to assist in continuing fighting a fire. Andy Inslee, Fire Chief, said this will allow for a more effective attack. The new fire engine will also assist in lowering ISO rates. The ISO rating for the county affects home insurance costs. Inslee said that no matter the company, they look to the ISO rating when setting prices for insurance. On August 8th, the state board that establishes the ISO ratings will do an inspection here in the county that Inslee expects to have an immediate effect on ratings. The inspection will also allow the county fire department and the 12 volunteer departments in the county to work together in lowering the rate even further in the future. The Friday event, noon, Hopkins County Fire Station 20, light refreshments will be served to the public at the event. Sulphur Springs Independent School District will be offering another help session for online student registration through Skyward Family Access on Tuesday, July 25th at the Administration Building on Conley Street. Help will be available from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. If you come after 4:30 p.m., please use the back door entrance to the Administration Building. Sulphur Springs ISD will provide help with all steps of registration, including computers, logins, passwords, and assistance with forms. You're asked to please take advantage of this opportunity if you need to enroll students in the local school. This will enable you to avoid the trouble of last-minute registration. You do not need your login or password to attend the help session. The Sulphur Springs Independent School District can obtain this information for you. All students who will be in kindergarten through 12th grade will need to have online paperwork completed. This process is for any student who needs to enroll in Sulphur Springs Independent School District. The process does not include choosing classes or picking teachers. It's for paperwork only.
It's almost time for you to go and see Lion King Jr., the play that will be staged through Sulphur Springs Community Players on the stage of the Sulphur Springs High School Auditorium at the Civic Center. There's just 3 performances this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. David Woody is director. He has 28 youngsters in his summer children's workshop. We're about to meet 10 of them.
We've got 28 on stage and probably 8 working backstage.
Wow. And so is it mostly you managing them and managing the day through workshop time?
Well, I'm the old, yeah.
Okay.
But I have some awesome helpers.
Okay.
Barbara Grubbs is co-directing the workshop, and she's got moms that are working with her that are amazing.
Well, because putting on this play is not all that the summer workshop is about with community players.
No.
It's learning so much. The play is just what you happen to be working on currently, but you learn a lot about the stage and about the audience and about acting. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
And you've been doing this a while, David.
A little while, yeah.
Like 2 decades or something.
Something like that.
And you've learned a lot about kids too during this time.
Oh yeah. Yep, and I don't have any of my own, so I've got, for several months out of the year, I've got, between 30 to 45 of them.
You have generations.
That way I
of
get
kids.
caught up.
That's right.
And generations is right. We had, from my first workshop, which was 28 years ago, last year we had one of the original students brought her child in
Okay.
to participate.
So you're a grandpa in a
I guess
sense of the
so.
word. I have to say, you looked fabulous in the play that we saw only just last weekend. The Shakespeare play.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I was so happy to see you in that role. At last you can be the authoritative figure that you are, with booming voice and the robes, and you were the king, I guess.
The King of the Fairies. Yes.
Okay.
Oberon.
Well, you did a fabulous job, and I'm glad you got that part.
Well, I was glad to do it.
Let's meet some of our youngsters, and if I ask you a question, just answer as best you can. And our audience, our listening audience, they love kids, so just go right ahead and chat with us. I'm going to start with Kelsey Horton, and Kelsey, you have a long way to project to this mic here.
All right.
But please tell us about what you are doing with Lion King Jr. What's your part?
Well, I'm helping Mr. Woody out here. I'm one of the assistant directors.
Okay.
And I just help kind of oversee the kids and help take care of them and make sure that they're learning and getting the best experience that they can. And in the play, I'm also going to be playing a giraffe. And that's what that picture is on the front page of the newspaper.
Okay.
It's me practicing my stilts and trying to get the hang of it, so that way I don't fall on stage. But I'm really excited for it, and I hope these kids are too, because this is really important to me. I love theater so much.
I know you do. I can tell. And this is not your first year.
No, I've been doing theater with the community players for about 4 years.
Okay. We're going to come back and talk about your role as a giraffe and the height of the stilts and everything else that you're learning as you go along.
Okay.
So let's talk to Kiara. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. And you are a familiar face to me. You've been here before, I think.
I think so.
Okay.
I
And
don't remember.
so this is not your first year with summer workshop.
Yes, I think I've been in the workshop for 4 years. I
Okay.
think this is my 4th.
So this year is Lion King Jr. And what other play do you remember doing?
I remember doing Romeo and Juliet Sissification.
Yes.
I remember doing Harry Potter. And The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And this is my 4th, and I remember all of them.
Okay, well, you're just getting better and better and learning skills about the theater. It's a wonderful tradition. Let me go to Grace right here. Tell us your whole name.
I'm Grace Mansfield.
Okay. And do you go to school around here?
Yes, I go to North Hopkins.
Okay. What are you doing in the workshop and in the play?
I am Timon.
Okay. So what is Timon?
He's a meerkat.
Okay. Does he have lines? Does
Yes.
he speak? Okay.
It's one of them.
We'll learn more about Timon and Grace in a little bit. Let's go to the back.
And tell us your name.
My name is Kyla Dieterding.
Okay. Do you go to school here?
I am actually homeschooled.
Okay. Then we have some Dieterdings here, so you have a homeschool family.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you're doing in the workshop and the play.
I portray the character of Shenzi, and she is a very fun character. It was a challenge for me to put it together, but I think it's coming along pretty good. So it's been a lot of fun, actually.
Tell me the character's name.
Shenzi, she's the lead hyena.
Okay. Okay. We're going to move along, and then we may come back to certain ones. So, Kane, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
Kane Dieterding. Yes.
You go to... So, being homeschooled, are you a certain grade? Like others might say they're 5th grade or something?
I started a little earlier, so I am ahead of grade.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you do in the play?
I am Bonsai. I am one of the other hyenas, one of the lead hyenas. He is supposed to be just mean like a hyena and has to also be chaotic, and I feel like I can do that easily.
Okay, a natural then. So, do you have a lot of lines to memorize, or do you make roaring sounds, or what all do you do?
Well, I don't make a roaring sound. I laugh, high-pitched laugh, and I do have a number of lines, but I have done other plays, not in the community theater, so I learned how to memorize lines.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see you and your character. Let's move back to AJ.
I'm a hyena and a stampede and a rhino in the play.
Okay. And that is AJ Horton, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Your first year with Summer Workshop? Okay, glad to have you here. And let's ask Lindsay.
I'm Lindsay Plumley. I am Seraphina, so I am Nala's mother. I have one line to memorize.
Okay.
I'm also in the Stampede, and I'm a rhino, and I'm in Can You Feel the Love Tonight
So,
as a plant, as a dancer.
okay. So tell me about the Stampede. Is it like what I'm picturing?
Well, there's a scene where Mufasa and Simba are set up to be murdered by Mufasa's brother Scar, and he plans to use a stampede to do it. And it's a herd of wildebeest, and they stampede, and
I remember that in the movie.
Mufasa gets Simba out of the way, but he tries to get away from the wildebeest stampede and ends up being killed by the wildebeest.
So even though your other characters or other animals, are you also wildebeests in the Stampede?
Yes.
So there's a lot of costume changing and...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue with Savannah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Savannah Dieterding.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing in workshop and learning in workshop and the play.
Well, I've learned that you really have to project, and I can do that. It's just getting into character. And my character is Pumbaa, the warthog, Simba's friend. One of Simba's friends.
So you have a lot of lines.
Yes, ma'am, I do. But I'm helping with the set, as are all of my siblings.
I have the Dieterding Construction Company helping out. There are 9. It's a family, an extended family.
Okay. Well, very good for you, David.
Yes.
So tell me some of the things. And have you been in workshop before?
No, ma'am, this is my first year.
So this is this side of the Dieterding family's first year in workshop.
Yes.
So you mentioned projecting. So what other skills are you learning?
Well, I had to learn how to sing with the music, and that is a lot harder than you think. Then I also have to learn how to move on stage. Like, for example, I'm a warthog. I have to move like a warthog, and that's really hard because they're like big and I don't know. They're just big, and you have to pretend that you're big and hard to move.
Well, so you don't go on all fours,
No, I do not.
and your costume is like a warthog?
It is. You'll understand. I've got whenever you see it, I've got a backside on my back and then a big head on my chest.
And is it kind of a hot costume?
It is.
I imagine it.
It is a hot costume.
Okay. Well, we'll find out some more in a bit. Let's talk to Zeke Dieterding. Hi, Zeke.
Hello.
Tell me about what you're doing in Children's Summer Workshop and your role in the play.
My role in the play is young Simba, and I don't really know what else to say.
Well, we know the character Simba, so we will be able to follow right along when we come to see the play, and we'll be watching for you. This is Aurora. Tell us your whole name.
My name is Aurora West, Aurora Winter West.
Okay. And what role do you have in the play?
I have a hyena and a zebra and a wildebeest.
Okay. Well, I cannot wait to see it. There's so much more I want to ask you about the size of the stage as compared to the size of your home stage at Main Street Theater, but we are out of time. I want everybody to say, come see Lion King Jr., okay? And 1, 2, 3.
Come see Lion King Jr.
Here's Don Julian with a look at Wildcat Baseball Field.
Musco Sports Lighting began putting up new light poles and lights for the new Wildcats baseball field Wednesday morning. During a construction tour Tuesday morning, I talked about how things were going at the new baseball field site with SSISD Director of Maintenance Dan Fronberger.
Baseball, the press box is framed up, floor joists are in for you guys' room upstairs. And they're going to be looking at putting in the roof this week to build some shade to where they can work on the walls and interior as they go. Okay. Then we still have to do everything's up and done on the dugouts and the batting cages. We just have to finish getting those roofed, and we just need a few more hands. But that I pulled over here to the Eagle Stadium to get our visitor side done. And then the slab's going to be poured this week for softball.
You said y'all are going to put up lights today?
Musco is supposed to be here putting lights up today. That's what they've told us.
Are they going to do baseball and softball too while they're
here? Yeah, they've got to get the poles off of baseball. They're coming back to do softball at a later date because that's just not pressing right now. Sure. But they've got to get baseball because those poles are in my way, and the ones at Eagle Stadium are in my way, and I'm waiting on them.
It's got a laser on it. If you get between that stub and home plate, you'll be able to see a laser. See, right at the top, just below that light in the middle, there's a laser and it points at home plate.
Well, what's it supposed to do?
It lines the lights up exactly where they're supposed to. Did you see it flash?
Yeah, I see it.
It's gone now. But that's it. They aim it at home plate and they know the pole was in the right direction.
Well, how big? What do they think of next?
We've had to haul nearly 500 loads of dirt off of this thing. And you know, that's a big cost to haul dirt, but we've found lots of sites here very close. Some, when you get a chance to go tour the new baseball field, that was pretty sandy, nasty soil over there. Yeah. And you'll find a couple inches of old Eagle Stadium now on the new field. So there's a little bit of history transferred there, and it looks a lot better now. And today we're finishing up with trying to get the other half leveled out, and a couple hundred more loads over there tomorrow.
Now, less of a priority, obviously, softball. I know that there's not much going on there now, but what's left over there?
This week the slab will be poured for the concession stand. The concession stand at baseball has already been poured, framed up, and they're working on putting the roof on it today to get some shade to work a little bit later in the day. But then once they skin it out, then we'll start with the interior. Our time frame on that is January 1 to be done. But we've just got 2 guys working there, and they're doing a wonderful job. It's Heath Gamble, Tom Huey. And as soon as they're done, Charles Westbrook's pouring the slab this week for softball. And when it's poured, they're gonna duplicate the same press box over there.
Oh, okay. So that's really the press box, and concessions is really all that's left in softball.
That's all that's left at softball. Some flat work to be done. And the bleachers moved in, which are the bleachers from the old baseball.
So baseball, you've got some batting cages, and what's happening over there? A lot of dirt work, I guess.
All the batting cages are poured. The carpet's been ordered for the batting cages and the bullpens. When it comes in, we'll look at getting it laid down. The sod, we're not in too big a hurry, but in the next 30 days you'll see sod on baseball. The irrigation's in, the drain's in. And right now, those guys, we've got to get a roof on the 2 dugouts, or on the 2 batting cages, on the 2 dugouts, and then we have to do the press box.
And again, there's not a great rush on that. Got to put the field in there and all that.
Well, I've got 3 guys that are working over at the Eagle Stadium. As soon as they're through, then I'll move them over there to have a complement of 5 there.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.